Okay, first of all, thank you all for taking time to get on. I want to say good evening for my friends in Europe. Good afternoon, those here on the East Coast. Happen to be in Florida right now. And good morning to my friends. I see Stuart Tomk and others on from the West Coast of the United States. I want to thank you all for getting on our English language leadership call for the UNI team. Monday is our communication call every week. So mark this in your calendar if you want to stay up to date on the latest involvement of the Zinzino opportunity around the world. Hope everyone's having a great summer. The reason I'm down in Florida is multiple. I had some personal meetings here, but also I met with some prospects. In fact, I had a meeting with someone who was a top level executive with PM International, a European company that has reached 3 billion in turnover. And maybe you don't know this, but we have brought on a corporate executive that is now working in Spain. And Manny Al Ghul came over from helping PM when they were about the size of Zinzino today, doing a couple $100 million, which is pretty phenomenal by itself, but helped guide them with some of the things he implemented and grew that company over a dozen years to over 3 billion in turnover. In fact, when I saw co-founder Orion Saleh here in Chicago just 2 weeks ago, we had a chance to talk, and he said that this would be a massive, colossal failure if all we became is $1 billion company. And I understand why, because when you look at the global scope of how big this opportunity is, it's actually bigger than network marketing as an industry. Network marketing is pretty big, $186 billion industry. So why would I say this is bigger than network marketing? Well, first of all, the issue of the world being out of balance is well documented by many sources. National Geographic, as I've shown, put out a magazine that dedicated the entire issue to anti-inflammation. And within that, the World Health Organization was quoted as saying it's the greatest threat to human health. Also, in our crazy political landscape of the United States, which is on display like a circus for the world, recently Robert Kennedy Jr., and this is not political what I'm saying, but he recently talked about the issues that were most concerning to him in trying to make of course America, but in fact it's the whole world a better place. And the top thing he talked about was chronic disease and wanting to make sure that big pharma wasn't controlling everything, manipulating everything. As we all know by now, doctors, they want to take care of our health, but is it health care or is it sick care? They're trained to take care of us and treat symptoms. Researchers are always pushing the envelope to try to find the next best thing. And just last Wednesday, I had Dr. Michael Lewis and his wonderful wife, Melissa, and their a son and their daughter came to visit, and we took them out on Lake Winnipesaukee. Some of you have been to visit. We had an amazing couple of days together, but we talked about him, Stuart and I, last week. Thanks to Stuart, he made this a great relationship for me. I just love the guy. Stuart always said if I was stranded on a desert island anywhere in the world, I'd want to be with Mike Lewis. Well, there's a good reason for that. First of all, he's a retired Navy SEAL, not Navy SEAL, Army, U.S. Army. He was a Ranger, right? Is that correct, Stuart?
Yes, yes,
He
Ranger.
was a Ranger. And, he's worked in the Pentagon. So is his wife, by the way, worked with some pretty high level political people, the Secretary of State, in fact, for the United States. But this is like an ultimate power couple. But he is a researcher. We talked about him last week on the call. I know a lot of you, perked up when I mentioned the research he's done with omega-3 and founder of the Brain Health Institute. It was humbling to spend time with him. He's been all over the world. I never knew he was actually, captured by the KGB at one time. And I don't know how much of this story should be told, so I'm not going to tell it today. But I'm looking forward to an interview. I did just a breakfast interview when I got his book, When Brains Collide, showed up at my house. So I got the book, When Brains Collide. It's a very readable dialogue where he's talking and just describing experiences. And he starts out with that story of Bobby, who was in the car accident, who was brain dead, on a coma scale, and how an unprecedented amount of omega-3 was put in his body to be able to target helping his brain to see if it could heal. And just before the doctors told him that they wanted to pull the plug, they didn't want to do anything. The parents, had to basically throw a tantrum to get this kid, Bobby, this treatment, which they'd only had one documented case 3 years before in a mining accident. And what ended up happening was remarkable. That kid ended up being able to be at his graduation 3 months later. There's a video of him in an interview on CNN with Dr. Sonia Gupta. I always say that wrong, but he's waving his hat. His speech is a little messed up, but as Stuart told us last week, and it was confirmed by Dr. Lewis, 11 years later, he is, improved. His life has improved a lot. He says, look, Artie, we can't heal brain injuries, but we can help position people to be in the best position possible. And that's what they're doing at the Research Institute. So look, guys, this is an important call today. I just wanted to tell you I'm more passionate about Zinzino than I ever have. My own personal testimonial is quite remarkable. Some of you know I've been through some challenges 3 years ago. I went through a heart attack, and I've been on statins for many years. And I know a couple of you are non-statin people. And if you read Dr. Clayton's book, he's not a big supporter of it. But my blood work came back so fantastic this week that my doctors and all my follow-ups are saying, this is unbelievable. Now, I'm not making a claim. I'm not telling you to not listen to your doctors, but immediately he said, hey, there we are. Hey, Natalie. Hey, Stephen. Immediately he said, I'm okay with you cutting your statin back in half. Of course, my goal is to take it and get rid of it altogether. But between my blood pressure improving, my cholesterol, triglycerides, my ratio, everything is remarkable there. In fact, it's interesting when I have to educate the cardiologist about the importance of this ratio. So again, they don't have a pill to sell me. They don't have a drug to sell me. It's a natural product. Again, I just got to, before I go into some important things regarding the calendar of being the 26th of August, I do want to remind you the most important number video is still, I think, the best tool to create a conversation, create curiosity. It's important that everybody looks at their customer title. I see many of you moving up to X team that weren't X team. I see some of you moving up to A team that's 25 customer points with 125 personal credits, but not enough. By far, too few of you are in the A team category. You need to get this done. You need to write it as a goal with a deadline. Why do you need it done? It doubles all your reoccurring credit bonuses. So your RCB, reoccurring credit bonuses, when you get and maintain 25 personal customer points, PCP, and you have a total of 125 credits, that's the value of the products you're selling, because lower cost products you'll need to get more of them, but 125 credits is that market you need to be at. When you are there, you're doubling all your reoccurring credits. That's all the reorders, not only on your own customers, but in your entire network of online stores. So that's the first thing that you really need to make as a customer goal and pull yourself up to those ranks. That video the most important number, you should be sharing it every single day. And then you follow up. What did you like best? Now, I had a family reunion last weekend. I had about 80 people there. We tested 10 people. I talked about that, having 10 people tested. I found some language that worked really well for me. People in my family, I did not want to turn it into a recruiting thing or a customer thing, but I ended up having the 10 test 10 people and sign some customers. 10 of them, 4 of them were already on omegas, and one of them was using omega-3 for 20 years and couldn't wait to get his number. 2 of them were bodybuilders. One was in the House of Representatives in the United States, and in the state of Maine was there. They can't wait to get their numbers back, and we're excited to switch over to the balance oil from the products they're taking. And we found out they'd be saving money. So it's win, win, win across the board. But here's the conversation that might help you. They said, "Oh, yeah, here you're in a new business, Artie. What are you up to?" Because everybody, when you see your family, hey, what are you doing? Whether you're at a barbecue or whatever. And I said, well, I found a science-based wellness company out of Scandinavia, and it's remarkable the science and the research they're doing. In fact, they built have a blood screening test. So I'm promoting a blood screening that identifies the most important number you do not know about your health. And so I didn't use the word test. I said a blood screening. Everybody was curious. Well, what's the blood screening about? What are you talking about? And that led to the conversation. Well, have you ever tested, or your doctor's ever asked you to test for your, balance of your omega fatty acids? And of course, no one is tested for that. So I said, this really is critical, and I don't really want to get into it right now. I mean, we got a barbecue going on here. We had a horseshoe tournament. We had people wanting to go for boat rides and all that stuff. I said, I'll tell you what, I just got this show called The Most Important Number You Do Not Know with these experts. And that is it's a CNN quality production or BBC level production. Why don't you just watch that? I'll send it to you. Then you can follow up with me. Well, over the next 2 days, people kept asking more and more. By Sunday morning, before people left, once we took up, they saw me drinking the balance oil and testing one person. Next thing you know, Stacey and I had to test 10 people before they packed up their things and took off. So I can't wait for the test to come in, because I think it's going to spread like wildfire as I'm shooting before I get to Oslo in the first week of October to get to that 100 customer Protein 100 and get that 10,000 euro bonus, which in the US is 11,500, same value. So I'm using that video, guys. Now, thanks to Colin Mulcahy. Colin, how are you? Wave. Colin, you're off. I'm glad to see you actually live and in person. Colin there is in Dublin, and thanks to his efforts, and also Carmelo Danzi, who's working in Southern Europe for Zinzino as a country manager, regional manager. He helped put AI together. We now have up on the website, if you go to our YouTube channel, our UNI, OURUNI team.com, our UNI team. Get all your members to subscribe, like that channel. Why do you want to do that? Because there you'll find, separated by countries, we have both the most important number video and the Why Zinzino video that I did, which is great for recruiting. The 2 tools I'm using the most are both in Spanish and both in Italian and Portuguese now. We only have French right now with the most important number, but as soon as the country manager from Zinzino is back, Maya, from her holiday, we will get the Why Zinzino in French. And then again, my next step is to get the German languages organized. So again, between English, you have 2. You have 2 in Italian, 2 videos in Spanish, 2 videos in Portuguese. You have 1 in French, and soon we'll have both, and then we'll shoot to get German done for you. So thank you, Colin, for all your efforts. Thank you, Carmelo. So let's get into some time-related issues. Today's the 26th of August, and we have till the 31st. We have 5 days or 4 days to finish up a couple of things. Number 1, whatever level you end the month with in your customer rank is applied for the following month. So that means many of us that were maybe X team last month, you do not want to not be fully qualified X team for the end of this month. So make sure you've met that qualification. X team is important because it ensures that after your first 4 months grace period, that's your first 4 months in the business, that you get what's called ECBs. That stands for Enrollment Credit Bonus. What is ECB? It's a term we have to learn as being in Zinzino. It just means that when people enroll in the business, that's why it's an enrollment credit. A new person signs up, they get a basic, an advanced, or a ultimate pack. When they start with one of those package, the credit value is doubled and your commissions are doubled. That means it will advance you in the paid plan. It helps you get paid more money. So it's really, really important that everybody remembers that if you're in your first 4 months and you bought a pack, you're in grace period. But at the end of that fourth month, if you're not fully qualified X team, you do not receive ECB, Enrollment Credit Bonus, in the following month. That's very, very important. Now, here's another very important thing. I said it last week and I'll say it again. You need to make sure that to continue to bank volume and never lose your volume, you can never fall below Q team. That's 4 customer points and 20 credits. If you fall below that for one day, leading into the next month, the 1st of September, you lose all your bank credits. So if I'm at the, it's really, really important that no one lose those credits, right? Because they're gone. You could have one leg that took off and you're still building your other side. You want to make sure you don't lose it. So make sure you're training your new partners that they got to move up to stay at Q team every month. By the end of the month, make sure you're fully qualified. Make sure if hopefully you're X team, or even better, go to the A team, which is your 25 points and 125 credits. So in our network, we have a requirement to do personal business. Okay. And that's how it works. Now, this month, as we're working the fast start, always training people, the 4 steps of the fast start. Step 1 is Q team, right? 4 customer points and also 20 credits. The second step is you want to get yourself an A and B, sponsor a partner left, a partner right, do 6 enrollment points from 1 point being basic, 2 points being advanced, 3 points being an ultimate kit. So in a perfect structure, I sponsor, Mike on one side does an ultimate pack, John on the other does an ultimate pack. I did 6 points. Okay, I hit step 2 of the program, which is 400 euros, or in the US, that converts to $460. Now that's brilliant. Anybody that hits step 2 in the month of August, so we have another 5 days to get this done. Not only do they get paid, but if you're the enroller, you're the sponsor, you will also get that matching bonus. We've been talking about this all month. Of course, they know this is a sleepy month. It's a holiday month for a lot of people, but this means there's a lot of chance here to help your people earn step 2 of the fast start. When they get it, you get it. So for the next 5 days, I expect those that are working with a personally sponsored person that's eligible for that bonus, that you get it done before. You don't want to wait till the 1st of September. You will lose out on the 400 yourself. Even if they get it next month, you will not get your matching bonus. Everybody clear on that? Okay. Now, the thing that I want to share now, I want to share the engagement, the ECBX. Okay, this is a special campaign you need to be prepared for that's coming in for the month of August, okay? For the month of September. To participate next month in this, you would have had to qualify for what's called Enrollment Credit Bonus X. We've only gone through this once, I believe, with our organization, but this is something they do only a couple of times a year. And it becomes really the biggest recruiting month of the year. And the reason is they're going to give anybody that's eligible, instead of double the enrollment credits. So in other words, your basic pack, your advanced pack, and your ultimate pack, the base credits are 30, 90, and 150. Those, when you have normal ECB, are doubled, right? So you're getting 60, 180, and you're getting 300. So we're familiar with that because our first 4 grace period months, they give us double they give us the ECB, which is double those credits. But in the month of September, they can be tripled. So this means a basic pack, which would normally be 30, is now 90. An advanced, instead of 90, is now 270. And the ultimate is worth 450, not 150 or 300, but 450 next month. So what that will do is allow us to advance in the compensation plan, hit higher ranks. That means qualify for rank advancement bonuses. Okay. It helps to qualify us for other parts of the comp plan. But that extra 150, for example, the ultimate pack, okay, is worth 300 when you have ECB. The ECBX, the extra 150, is not commissionable in the binary. So it's not going to give us our team commission 10 or 15% override on that. This is strictly like airline miles that will promote you up through and pays you in other ways. By helping you hit a rank, you get a rank advancement bonus. It helps you with some of your other bonuses as well. Now, if you go, we all received this in the month of August, and I want to review it because some of you are not qualified. You can go to your back office and click on your promotion campaign and see if you're ECBX qualified for the month of August so you can participate in September. But there's basically still time. Option A, you can either do A, option B, or option C in the month of August to participate. One is you can collect 4 action points by selling a partner. So in other words, you sponsor me and I buy a basic, an advanced, or a ultimate partner kit. Okay, the ultimate gives you 4 points, the advanced gives you 2, the basic gives you 1. These are called action points. Another point thing, but this is only used when they have this promotion. So basically, if I brought somebody in the month of August for an ultimate pack, I'm qualified. And they're qualified, by the way, for next month. Okay. If I brought somebody in for an advanced and sold another advanced, then I have 4 action points. If I brought somebody in for an advanced and sold 2 basic to new partners, then that works too. Now, the other thing is you can get customers. So any premier or what's called a subscription customer is worth 1 point. So if I sign 4 customers on a subscription as a premier customer in the month of August, I'm automatically eligible. Again, this means all of the new enrollment packages of your entire downline are not just doubled, they're tripled from what the base value is. They're tripled, okay? Not just your own, but for your entire team. So that's the simplest way, is option A. Now, some of you would like to get more tests. You want to invest in some balance tests. They have what's called a restock ECB kit. Now, you get 30 personal enrollment credits for that, but this will qualify you for ECBX, the enrollment credit bonus extra, in the month of September. If you order one of these packs, you need 6 more tests to help build your team or get customers. You can order those tests, and that's another way to do it. Of course, option C, and these are for new partners. If someone from the 1st of August through the 31st of August just signed in for an ultimate pack, then they're already qualified for ECBX. Okay, so again, you can go back and read that document. We shared it in the WhatsApp groups. I just wanted to make sure everybody understood this. And then what I'm going to do now is make sure is any questions on September ECBX. You can unmute yourself if you need me to take 1 or 2 questions before I go to the next subject. Go ahead, Stuart.
Artie, I got a question. People have asked me, can they just order the 10 tests to qualify for this, or is it only the 6-test ECBX special order that qualifies for that?
I really don't know, Stuart, because no one's asked me that question. So I would immediately get on to customer service on your back
Okay,
office
I will.
and get that answer. And when you do,
Yeah.
post it to me or John McDougall, or let it, or post it in
Hey,
the
Artie,
events of the Zinzino world. Yes,
Artie, what you do, I've already checked it. You go and buy your restock, you get 6 tests, you've got your 30 credits, and you're qualified, but you can buy that twice. So that's you got 12, and you just got a fantastic price for your kits. So I would say, Stuart, if you want to get 10, go and buy that twice. That's the best deal you'll get on tests.
You'll end up with 12.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, Alex. That's the answer. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else that we would like to say on that? Okay, so everybody gets that. Hey, Colin, could you unmute yourself, my friend?
Yes.
Colin, I want everyone here to just hear from you a little bit. I know you've been doing a lot of work on getting the YouTube channel and the UNI communications to everyone. Can you just tell everybody a little bit, basically reinforce what I said, and anything you want to share about that?
Oh, absolutely. I suppose the first port of call in regard to sharing content, which I just has already referred to, is first stop is the UNI YouTube channel. And at this moment in time, as I already clearly pointed out, it has a couple of videos there that are broken down into playlists based on the language. And hopefully over the next week or two, we'll actually have a lot of the Zinzino videos as well to complement those videos, separated into the different languages. So you can simply just go there and get the language that you need, as opposed to presently searching through different videos through hundreds of videos. So that's the first thing. What else? What else? Soon we hope to have the original our uni team website also is going to go through a refresh and an update that will reflect the current business that we're involved in, and also point to a lot of these resources to make things really easy and straightforward for you to find them. I suppose that's the couple of quick things there now, unless you want me to add anything else to that, Artie.
Well, just Colin, the other thing is you've done such an amazing job making our videos so professional. It's caught the eye of Zinzino themselves. They keep asking, can we use the videos? Now, I can't stop people from going to our YouTube channel and using it. But I did say to Orion and Hilda, I kind of like our group to have the edge a little bit here, especially the why Zinzino was really an in-depth recruiting tool for someone with some knowledge of network marketing at some level, or a businessman. They might catch the vision of why Zinzino. It's really worth sharing that as often as possible. I only know we've had just a little over 400 views. I know the most important number, we had to pull it down before we put the disclaimers in. We had about 350 views before we did that, but we're close to 2,000 views total right now. But honestly, we should have 1 million views. And if we had 1 million views, why shouldn't that produce 100,000 or 200,000 customers, with just one product? Never mind if they got the health protocol. So, Colin, you really have given of your time, and I know your brother Graham as well. We're all very grateful for you. So, I just want to say that. Now, also, Colin's been my right arm, guys. Go ahead.
No, I just want to add to that new thing. It wasn't just me. It's been a real team effort. It's been the likes of Stuart Tomp, Natalie and Steve Chernisky, and various other doctors. I strongly urge you to also, beside those 2 main videos, is go listen to Dr. Garko's video. Very strong and some very compelling information there that you can take as tidbits to share with some of your customers or potential partners. And over the next couple of weeks, we also hope to complement some of those expert videos with more experts that are in the organization, like Dr. Michael Lewis and some other members of the team that Stuart has been able to bring on board. So they're so compelling to listen to. And having had the opportunity to briefly speak to them as I'm making the recent recordings, the information is just reinforced by their expertise and their, I suppose, longevity in this industry, focusing on these areas of health. So please go look at those videos too. And it would actually help us a little bit if you do drop a like or two on the videos. That helps us too. So thank you. Sorry,
Okay.
Art.
No, that's really appreciative. Now, I'd like to switch the subject to something that we've highlighted a few times for you. We wanted to do something that could create a lead source, and we wanted to put together tools that really no one else in our organization, or maybe Zinzino, is certainly not doing, that I know of. And we've been researching how to do network marketing through social media marketing, because in some ways, some of you are very active on social media, some are not. But some of you have been sharing your online Zinzino web shop, your storefront, with people to try to just create curiosity. Some of you have shared maybe some of the videos we've given to you. But it's very common today that social media is not just for fun anymore. It's really a huge revenue source for so many people. And so I've been looking at this for multiple years, well before Zinzino came into my life and your life. In fact, my old friend Larry Raskin and I had a project that we were working on called IBO Team Builder back in the day, some will remember. So what we wanted to do is take and augment what we're already doing today, which is our traditional warm market, friends and family, our business colleagues. Why wouldn't you want to share something so important as this product and this test with your loved ones? So, this is not instead of, this is, we want to add something complementary to what you should be doing naturally, which is sharing the products and sharing the opportunity, because how many people do we know that need to make money? But here's what people do today in modern marketing. They create marketing funnels, whether it's Tony Robbins, whether it's any of these other major marketing people. You hear about click funnels. There's all kinds of people doing this. You don't even realize it half the time when you're scrolling that these sponsored ads keep popping up and they're leading to. Now, you can use paid ads, which is advertising. In the old days, I used to do newspaper ads in my first network marketing, or second, because other people did it successfully. If you could invest some money and you've got a return, it's like printing money. You could just keep putting it out and returning it back. But with social media marketing, you don't have to necessarily go down to the paid ads. But here's what we've done. We've been working with a guy that I was referred to as a young guy, Ricky Bodner. He's done this for several companies, and he's taken people from, a handful of partners or reps or IBOs, and he grew it into thousands within a short period of time by using social media and creating funnels. So part of the reason I created the Why Zinzino video was to be the core video of the business funnel, which is targeting network marketing. The other funnel is for the health funnel, which is really featuring right now Stuart Tomk. And then when they click into that, they're going to see the video, the most important number. So there's also the videos on the front end that I do for the business is targeting people that have been in network marketing. If you're in network marketing, looking at network marketing, you're an opportunity seeker, you need to see this video. I want to give you insights into the industry. I'm an expert that's created $1 billion in sales. I built huge teams around the world. I got this huge team of people that's saying that this is the next big one. This video will educate you about the industry and may get your attention. So the point is, we're going to all have the opportunity to share these funnels. Now, when you start sharing it on all your social media channels, what's going to happen is that someone will fill out their name, they'll fill out their email, their phone number, if they want to watch that video, which is Why Zinzino on the business funnel, or the most important number on the health funnel. So we're talking an unlimited marketplace in the world of social media, just millions and millions and millions of people out there. And so the idea would be that we start all sharing the similar content. And what happens when somebody puts that information, including you'll have to copy and paste your storefront information in there. Then you're going to get an email from the system with an instructional video that I'm going to show you in a minute. And you're also going to have access to leads that are generated from your posting and reposting the social media channels. You'll see your leads, but it's going to be really generated from you having to do something. And then we're still not, I'd say 100% ready, but we need to start. And when I say not 100% is we're still going to test it this week with right now and I've been talking to my leaders like John, Alex, and others, Stuart and Stephen, Natalie, and our idea is this, guys. Look, you need to have done something for this to really work for you. So right now, I've looked at how many people are X team. If you're not at least X team, then I really can't trust right now that you could take leads and then convert them and really know what you're doing to teach them how to get customers and work the back office. Frankly, I've been told that we should also require that you made step 2 of the fast start. You got an A and a B. Right now, I'm going to hold back on that. I'm just going to target. I got a number of people that are fully X team. I see it on my report. So I see who's on X team on my report, and I'm going to reach out to you this week, and I'm going to send you, starting today, links that you can click on and create what's called an affiliate link within our UNI team lead generation system. Okay. Then you're going to get an email, and I'm going to share with you what it's going to look like. Okay. But you'll be seeing an email that looks like this. Here's your business funnel link. Do you see that, Alex? Okay, so you see this, and it's going to tell you all the details behind this, how to use it, what to do. Now, I'm not going to have you all go through this right now. What I am going to do is show you the instructional video, and then I'll tell you how this is all going to work. So let's just go through this 4-minute video, and hopefully you can hear this all right.
What's up, everybody? My name is Ricky. I work with Art and some of the other leaders of your group. I'm also a distributor for Zinzino and your team as well. But really, my role here is to help you guys create automated marketing funnels. It's kind of my specialty. And so what I did with Art and some of the other team members is put together 2 funnels for you guys. So I just want to walk you through what's going on here briefly and just kind of explain why this is a better way to generate leads. You can automate follow-ups and why it's better than sharing your normal Zinzino website. So right now, instead of, you're all sharing this one way or another, whether it's to friends and family or social media or whatever. And right now, the link that Zinzino gives you, your website Zinzino affiliate link, is good, but it doesn't capture leads for you. It doesn't track anything. It doesn't send emails. It doesn't send text messages. And so what happens most of the time is people land on your guys' Zinzino website, they scroll around and they leave, right? Which is normal on the internet. 99% of the people just show up and leave. But what if those 99% of people, we actually got their name, emails, and phone numbers, and then we were marketing to them daily and consistently to follow up with them? You would see a lot more conversions and a lot more sales. And so what we did here is we created 2 funnels for you guys. One is a health funnel. So this is the health funnel, right? Discover why your Omega Balance score is the most important number that you do not know. And we have a business funnel, why 15 of the most renowned names in network marketing are making a company switch and how you can join the movement, right? So this is selling the business opportunity, and this is selling just the product, the oil, and the tests. And so the way this works is, let's just go through one of these. So someone lands, you're sharing this funnel link, right? And when someone lands on the page, they're going to, opt in to learn more. So they'll fill out this form or this form, and it captures a lead. So the people you share this with are going to put in their name, email, and phone number to get to the next step, in which we have a amazing presentation by Art on the business funnel, and a good presentation by some of the doctors on the health funnel. And so they're going to sit here and watch this 20-minute presentation that Art put together that's beautiful, and will really do a lot of the selling for you, and then allows them to go ahead and schedule a call so that they can essentially be sold the opportunity. And the same thing happens here. They put their name, email, and phone number in here. It captures a lead. And then it gives them a presentation. And once again, they can schedule a phone call if they want to. If we are tracking all this, right? So the point of you guys filling out that form and doing this is these funnel links are going to be attached to you individually. So if leads come on your funnel, we'll know that. If leads come on someone else's funnel, we'll know that. And so when you don't have to worry about people stealing your leads, if leads come in, someone on our team will cross-reference it with your account and sign them up underneath you. So you have nothing to worry about there. The other thing I want to mention here is, and the real beauty of this system is when people opt in here, the reason why it's great is because we can do some automated follow-ups, right? So when someone puts their name, email, and phone number in here on either of these pages, right? Name, email, phone number, it's going to automatically trigger a series of text and email automations on your behalf. So what it's going to do is it's going to wait a couple minutes and it's going to send them this email that we put together. It's then also going to send them this text message to engage them. It's going to wait a day, send them another text and email, wait a day, send them another text, and so forth and so on. And so that's all that's really happening here is you're going to get access to 2 funnels. It's going to capture leads for you, and it's going to automate text and email follow-ups to keep engaging your leads. And I'll keep explaining this more and more if anybody is confused, but I just want to make a quick overview video of what's going on here and why this is better than sharing your current Zinzino website. It's really simply because we're able to capture leads and send them texts and emails, and you're not able to do that with just a normal website link. So keep going down in the instructions of this email or wherever you're seeing this video, and there'll be more, more instruction on how to actually get your link, how to log in, how to see your leads, etc.
Okay, so we've been working on this for quite a while. Ricky is an expert in this stuff. He's done it for several people, like I said. The best part about it is, when someone happens to stumble upon it, and they put in the information, we drip on them, right? If you've read the book, The Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell, he talks about how we make, decisions. And it takes multiple impressions in the brain before we trust information, before we become a customer, before we go looking for a product. And so when you see that, you might say, I'm curious to see what that is. I'll put my information in. You're showing some interest at a level. So if someone's scrolling through your social media and sees that, now it's going to be linked. And when we say we're going to, close them for you, what we're doing is we're assigning and making sure that if it came through your posting of the funnel, you'll get that lead sent back to you. So that will all be done automatically. So this is phase 1 of how we're going to start. There's a lot of tweaking that we'll be doing. There's a lot of testing. I'm exploring with Ricky. He and myself are both investing in some paid ads to see what that return would look like. But this is an additional tool for our organization to build in addition to warm market. It is not to replace warm market. In the contrary, it is a way to help balance your business, to be able to explore other possibilities. And then we're going to start moving into Spanish once we know we got this down. So what I'm going to do, is I'm going to go through. If you're not X-Team, get with it, guys. It's only 10 customer points. You got to have your 50 credits. If you're not showing up on my report, then you're not getting an affiliate invite to be part of it right now. Okay. I will eventually require that you've at least sponsored an A and B, because again, I want to know, how to recruit and sponsor. I want to know, how to place somebody in the tree, that, a little bit about the back office. So right now, I'm just going to keep it at bare minimum, is get yourself to X-Team. Now, thankfully, there's quite a few people that have already done that. I just don't know how many of them speak English versus Spanish or Italian or some other language. So I got to go through and kind of filter that out. But then I'll start sending invites, either, no later than tomorrow. Some of you at the higher level ranks, will get them first. I'll go to the higher level ranks and work my way down. But as Colin is my right hand on this, we feel like slow is a little bit better because we still want to test everything. We just finished all the email responders, which trickle out little more videos, so they get the balance oil video, they get the Torb's Venus Laboratory video, they get the next video of Why Test Space Nutrition by Dr. Colin Robinson. They get, little videos like that, that would drip on them. So, and we did a series of SMSs. So there's some things that we just updated since Colin, you and I spoke this morning. Ricky did do a couple of the updates. We already talked about, I don't know if you saw it in our thread, like the text and other languages, that drop-down box is sorted out, swapping out one of the pictures. So, again, I'm pretty clear that we can start sharing this with the leaders. But by next Monday, I'll be opening it up some more, and I'll be looking to see how many of you jumped up to X team to close the month and show up on my report that I missed this time. But I'm going to go print it out. I'm going to take notes and create a spreadsheet. I'll have Stacy help me so we know who we're included. And then we're going to do some measuring, because this kind of thing only works if you constantly tweak it, measure the results, tweak it again, improve it, measure the results. And Ricky said we got to be a little bit patient, but here's how you can help each other. When someone posts this, it's the same content across everybody's social media. Like it and comment. Hey, this is awesome. Hey, I took the test. What's happened to me in 4 months is unbelievable. So everybody should like each other's. If you're not social media friends, it's good that you would be, because if you're how social media, let's say Instagram or Facebook or Snap or not Snapchat, the other one there that's everyone, TikTok. Those three are the major ones, and TikTok for the younger people is it. But what happens is that, for example, I have 5,000 followers on Facebook, right? Oh, I'm an old guy, old school, maxed out my friends years ago. The problem is I don't have 5,000 people see my posts. But the post that gets seen the most, that moves to the top of those 5,000 feeds, depends on how many people are engaging in that post and how quickly that happens. So if all of a sudden I post that on my social media and you got 50 people commenting, that's going to move it up quickly on everybody else's algorithm to the top of their chart. So of their top of their feed. So, whether you're posting reels or posting in your feeds, this is something we need to do. So Ricky's going to keep coaching and training me and the core group, Colin, but we're really getting a handle on this, and we're going to keep training you guys. And then some of you at the higher levels, like our diamonds in the group, we're going to be teaching you how to set up and even swap out my video and do your own and create your own system that will be identical for you. Now, we have more videos we're going to do on the front end. We got one with Dr. Natalie and Stephen we're doing. You got to realize, between what Natalie's done and Stephen appearing on Good Morning America, Nightline, he's got a resume like this of, appearing in front of Congress. He's got so much. Stuart has sold well over $1 billion in supplements. Chances are, if you walk into a health food store in many parts of the world, you bought a product that he's responsible for putting on the shelf. So one of our targets in future messaging is targeting the 1 billion people that are buying supplements that should be all taking Zinzino. When Dr. Michael Lewis tells me that all of his patients, and you think of the kind of patients that he has, these are people with brain injuries, he puts every one of them as part of the follow-up on all the Zinzino products without hesitation. He was giving his patients vitamins that were made for the NASA astronauts and for NASA, and he felt what Zinzino had was better. So we're we're taking supplements that are better than what NASA's feeding their astronauts, according to people much smarter than me. And he's not the only doctor saying that. Otherwise Stuart wouldn't attract all these other people. So look, guys, we're closing out the month of August, which is the end of the summer in most people's hemisphere on this call. September, kids are back in school. It's always been one of the best recruiting months. Do yourself a favor, commit to being on the products, get yourself to X team, make sure you're qualified for the ECBX. If you're not sure, get to your sponsor or upline and read the document over a few times. And then in the month of September, set a goal, put it in writing to reach the highest level possible. What we're doing with the social media marketing and the funnel is added value. As we prove it and we create more and more success stories, it will become a bigger part of what we train on and how we go forward. But for right now, this is how it's working. And even Ricky's going to help us create some video training for this on the school platform, which is one of the original reasons we set up the school platform. I got to work with Colin a little bit on this as my, chief media guy here. We got to upload a lot of these videos and things and somehow put courses into the Zinzino thing, but we both, he's got another job. He's running a studio and doing broadcasting and all kinds of things for other, people and other companies. And on top of that, trying to work his Zinzino downline, not only this. So again, I'm so grateful for all of you for contributing to this. And that's really it for today, guys. I got just a couple of minutes. If anybody wants to comment, open up your microphone. We got like 3 or 4 minutes before I got to jump on an Italian leadership. Oh, one more thing. I'm in Florida. I got a meeting tomorrow in Tampa. I have a meeting room at the Wells Fargo Bank, Linda Pelton. I got some of your team coming there. Stuart, I'm meeting with Dr. Garco and Vicky, your publicist, has been kind enough to organize something. I also, John McDougall, I have some of your team there. Mark Western from Orlando's coming over, and I'm looking forward to meeting Mike Allstott from the NFL. Going to take some of them to, we're going to get together and do a basic presentation and some training for this group. Then I'm going to be in Orlando. I'm actually going to see my old friend Don Zalicki. I'm going to see him. I'm going to go visit him down in the Villages. Haven't seen him in many years now, so I'm going to visit with him for a little bit as he's retired in his 80s and sends always his best wishes to all of you. So I'm going to see him a little bit on Wednesday, Thursday. I'm going to do another event in Orlando. I'm doing actually a PBR at a very wealthy guy's house who's a developer, and he's got a doctor that was with the World Health Organization, Stuart, that is looking at Zinzino right now. So he's seeing what we're doing here.